So you believe that if a black woman wears a wig or a weave all the time, she's not insecure?
No, I don't.
You don't believe that she's insecure? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. If a black man always spray paints his lineup to cover his actual lineup, do you think he's insecure about his natural lineup?
Depending on the depending on the person, it can vary.
No, no, no.
Um,
Let me.
I
I'm saying,
oh,
man. I'm saying, on general, on average, if a black man is spray painting his lineup and covering his actual lineup, right? Do you think he's insecure? Yes or no? All the
I would
time.
have to say, I would have to say, hmm.
Let's not be, ma'am. Just be honest. Come on now.
I'm
You can hear me?
I can.
Okay. So what's your whole point about this?
What do you disagree with?
This whole point because you really lost me about the whole black men thinking and then how we the owner and all that stuff. You really boo.
So black men are your natural pair, but because of the government,
No, hell no.
hold on,
Nah, fuck no,
hold
bitch. What
on,
the fuck are you talking about?
hold on, wait,
No. And then
wait.
you really lost me talking about you can't.
No, you just lost me. Who do you think you're talking to? Goodbye, goodbye. Like I don't have to speak to you. Like you guys think your life matters that much that I have to talk to you. You're saying F, like, because you would never speak to me like this in real life. But I mean, a lot of women might, because you guys think you're all big and powerful because of the government again. But if the government was not involved, you would never speak to a black man like that. But absolutely, black men are your natural pair. What do you mean? See, you guys are white supremacists, man, bro. This is you guys are actual racists, and you guys hate men, and you guys hate black men as well. Okay, so what exactly do you disagree with?
Well, for starters, you are continuously saying that, oh, well, black women do this, and et cetera to their hair because of hatred. And I don't believe that to be true. Now, while it may be true for some women's experiences, it cannot speak for the majority as a whole.
Right, I agree.
Um, I feel as if, right, but you kind of generalize it, right? So it makes it kind of, a false fallacy if you generalize it
Well,
across
not
all
exactly,
women instead
because
of being specifically.
well, I didn't say all. I never once said all. I even said that there's
I didn't
beautiful.
say you said all, I
You,
said you generalized.
yeah, and exactly, but that's true because when I'm speaking about things, we have to speak in majorities, not the minority, right? So when we look at the stats and it shows that more than 70% of black women wear fake hair, wigs, and weaves and stuff like that, then we can assume what I'm talking about.
But what I'm right, so have those women said oh yeah, I hate my hair, so I'm gonna do this to my hair.
Many of them have.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Huh?
Many of them have, but even the ones that didn't, we don't need an explanation from them to say exactly what they're doing or why they're doing it when we can look and see exactly what they're doing. It's
Who are
clear and obvious. So do you watch my content or have you seen my content before?
I've probably seen like 2, 3 videos.
Okay, so I've interviewed many black women and a lot of black women tell me, we hate our hair. They say this all the time to me.
Okay, so I have a question for the chat. For all the black women in the chat, do you guys hate your hair? I'm gonna wait for those to yes or no. But again, I think that that's again accurate just because of the women that you've spoken to have said that. Of course, that can be your opinion based off of what you've heard from people, but that doesn't make it, you know, accurate to really, I would say, use in a debate because again, that's just your personal experience with speaking with a couple of because it's not majority of black women.
Well, we're looking at data, right? So we go by the majority of the data. Even in a study, they don't look at all black women. They gather a group of black women or a group of people and they do a study based on that. And if the majorities are saying one thing, then they go off the majority. So basically,
I mean, majority of the comments are
so
saying that they love their hair.
okay, so you can say that here and now, of course. But when we look at black women that wear wigs and weaves all the time, it directly correlates to them hating their hair and not liking their actual hair texture.
Wait,
Like
so are we sure that women who wear wigs and weaves like
all
wear
the
all the
time.
time, or is that a minority within this case?
What do you mean it's not a minority?
No, I'm asking, are we sure that women, sorry, 10% warning, but are we sure that women wear wigs and weaves all the time, or is that a minority in this case?
No, I'm saying the women that do it.
Okay, so if you would have to guess, would that be a minority or a majority in this case?
So of women, so what is your question?
My question is, would it be a minority or a majority of women who wear wigs and weaves and wear them all the time? Is it a minority or a majority?
A majority of black women that wear wigs and weaves all the time is a majority.
Okay. Um, I don't think that would be accurate, but that's fine. But I mean, also,
It's
I
true.
find it funny how I find it funny how we have this conversation here, and things like that when there are men who are going and dyeing their hair blonde and perming their hair.
So let's not
I
deflect
don't
onto
think
black
I
men.
don't hold on. I don't. You said what?
Let's not deflect onto black men.
I'm not deflecting onto anything, right? If because I've been listening for a while, and what it seems to me, trying to paint women in the comments who are disagreeing with your prompt as racist and white supremacists. So if we are trying, quote unquote, deconstruct that supremacy, means that we would have to get to all
So
of the
let me
matter,
ask you a
not just
question.
one.
So you believe that if a black woman wears a wig or a weave all the time, she's not insecure?
No, I don't.
You don't believe that she's insecure? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. If a black man always spray paints his lineup to cover his actual lineup, do you think he's insecure about his natural lineup?
Depending on the person, it can vary.
No, no, no.
Um, I
I'm saying,
oh,
man. I'm saying, on general, on average, if a black man is spray painting his lineup and covering his actual lineup, right? Do you think he's insecure? Yes or no? All the
I would
time.
have to say, I would have to say, hmm.
Let's not be, man. Just be honest. Come on
I'm
now.
I'm not I'm actually I'm not I'm actually going through all facets of your question. I'm actually gonna say yes, that would make him insecure.
Okay. So why isn't
Mm.
it the same for black women that do it all the time?
Well, because number one, you have majority of black women in the comments telling you they're not insecure. You have a lot of
No.
black women in your hold on,
Hold on.
I'm
Okay. So no, no, no,
right.
no, no, no.
You asked me a question.
Okay.
You're not
So
gonna let me explain.
if that black man, if he said he wasn't insecure, but you visually see him covering up his lineup all the time, does that make him not insecure anymore?
Is it insecure a trait that is insecure a personal trait that you can
Ma'am,
pass
do
on
not
to
ask
anybody
me a
else?
question. Just answer my question.
So I'm gonna have to say no, he's not insecure. If he's telling you he's not insecure, right? You cannot hold on. Just because somebody is spray painting their hairline does not mean that's a visible sign of insecurity, right? I asked you
It
earlier.
is.
I literally stated earlier, right, that sometimes it can be, sometimes it can't, right? And so then
And I
you
said
came
on
back and you double
average.
right. And so now we're talking about an individual specific hypothetical, right?
Right.
So
But see, now you're being
if this man is
disingenuous.
telling you, I'm not being
You
disingenuous. I'm telling
are.
you, if this man is telling you that he's not insecure, right? And he's spraying his hairline, is that a sign of insecurity? That doesn't make
You're
sense.
basically saying that we should take people's word over what we can visibly see to be evidence. We should take their word instead of the evidence. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. You literally hold on, because I'm gonna go back to a point you just had earlier. You said when a man goes to get his hair touched up and whatever the case may be, why does he want to touch his hair up? Why does he want to get it cut and shaved and things like that? I already know the answer, so I already know the answer to that question because I heard it earlier.
Okay, so okay,
So can you
answer.
can you reiterate for the people who were not in here?
What was your question?
I said you said earlier, right? About men touching up their hair, getting their hair cut and things like that. What is
Right.
that?
That's them grooming themselves.
Right. So what is the difference between a man spray painting his hairline and somebody quote unquote grooming their hair?
So number one, a black or any man grooming himself is to make himself look neater, right? Because he's doing
Mm.
something to himself that's not already there, or that is already there. He's just touching it up. Now you taking something fake and putting it on and making people believe you look like something that you don't. That is called insecurity. Let me ask you a question really quickly. So if forensic files come out that somebody unalived somebody and they have the evidence, but the person says, I didn't do it, but they have hard evidence that they did do it. Should we take the person's word that said they didn't do it, or the evidence that clearly shows that they unalived somebody?
Are these two comparable?
Answer my question.
I'm asking you, are these two comparable?
Answer my question. Don't answer my question.
I'm asking you, are these two comparable?
Answer my question.
These are not comparable situations.
Ma'am, you cannot answer my question with a question. Answer my question.
These, I'm not answering. I'm not giving you a question to your question. I'm telling you, I'm not giving you a question to your question. I'm telling you,
hold
this
on,
is
hold on.
not comparable.
Every time you ask me a question, I answered your question. Now answer mine.
No, you did not. You literally deflected from when I sat there and said that black men permanently died on here, and you still have yet to answer my question.
Answer my question.
You didn't even answer my question back there, though.
Answer my question, ma'am. 5,
you didn't answer my question there, though.
3.
You can't debate.
2,
You just dropped me.
Answer my question. Because she's being disingenuous. Her whole standpoint is we should believe people for their word. Okay. So if somebody's been unalived and we have clear evidence, we should believe the person that said, oh, I didn't do it. Got him. Got him. Got him. Every time she had questions, I answer them. Every time. Every time. It's like, bro, if you guys are going to come up here, don't be disingenuous. Don't answer my questions with questions. Just be honest and we can have a simple conversation.